Do you wonder what your life's purpose is or how you can make a difference in the world and use your gifts and talents? Maybe you doubt they have value, but they do. And I think a lot of people are struggling with this right now, which is why I wanted to share with you this inspiration from a 13th century mystic about how to find your life's purpose. And it's really connected to what brings you joy. So if you struggle with that, which all of us do from time to time, that might be connected to why you're not sure how to use your gifts in the world. I'm Amy Rose, and I have a holistic counseling and consulting practice in Florida. And I also have a spiritual mentoring program for people who don't want traditional counseling, but just want someone to walk with them and offer illumination on the spiritual path. And whenever someone comes to me to explore their life's purpose and sort of becoming who they were born to be, we always start by reading these 8 lines that St. Francis wrote in the 13th century. And this video is part 3 in a series. And part 1 was the first 2 lines of this passage, which was, "Do you have a peaceful heart?" And has a great meditation to practice. So watch that. And then part 2 in the series was about the power of being gentle to create peace and harmony. And this video is on the last 4 lines that St. Francis is talking about our vocation. And that word just means, how can you use your gifts and talents for a wider purpose? So here's what St. Francis said. This is your vocation: to heal wounds, bind what has been broken, and bring home those who are lost. Now you might be listening to that and think, I don't want to be a spiritual teacher or a healer. That's not what I think my life's purpose is. So that's actually not what St. Francis is telling us to do. But what if you have some wounds inside, some parts of you that feel broken and lost and disconnected? And maybe it's about healing and bringing home all those parts that we disown and don't know how to handle inside of ourselves. And if you think about how we heal physically, when we have a wound, we usually pour some sort of antibacterial in it, brings up the gook, and then it heals from the inside out. And if we break a bone, we have to bind it and wrap it so that it's safe and it knows it can't be injured anymore. And then it can do what it naturally knows how to do. Our bones can heal. And the same is true with our inner wounds and broken places. We have to pour in loving kindness and compassion and create an environment for them to heal. And how we do that, I think, is going to be one of my next videos. So look out for that, because I think it could be really helpful. And if you're struggling to figure out what your life's purpose is, nature gives us a great example. When you look at nature, everything in nature exists in relationship. It doesn't exist in isolation or being greedy, hoarding resources, taking away from any other part of nature. And everything in nature gives up its form to serve a higher system. If you think of the cycles of life, birth, growth, and death, eventually everything decays and breaks down to give fuel to future generations. And we are part of nature. It is natural for us to use our gifts to serve the world around us in some way. If you think of your body, your heart and your liver don't compete with one another. All of your organs are working together to serve your health. And when they're not, that's a sign that illness and imbalance are occurring. So remember, experiencing joy is about connecting to the light inside of you, regardless of what's happening in the world outside of you. We can always find those moments of connection that give us hope and strength and peace and ability to make a difference in the challenging moments outside of us. And if you're struggling with that, which all of us do from time to time, even our greatest spiritual teachers had dark nights of the soul, it is helpful to go within and see what is obstructing your ability to feel joy. And one other thing I wanted to add is, what brings you joy may or may not be what you do for income. And that does not mean that you are off your spiritual path. If you have a job that provides stability in your life or takes care of your family, that's a wonderful thing. And really, what brings us joy is less about what we're doing and more about who it allows us to be in the world. So maybe that's something specific like a sculptor or an artist or a musician or a mother or a father, but maybe it's something that changes over time. It could be baking, offering something to the community, directing a play. You will know by your ability to feel the joy and its capacity to naturally uplift the world around you. So watch out for my next videos on healing. And if you like this video, please subscribe to Delight the World. And remember this, some days you give the light, some days you receive the light, and wherever you are in your journey of being the light, you are always welcome here at Delight the World. And thanks for watching.